can't see where those donations are coming from.
Dark money, millions of dollars flooding into Missouri.
I'm going to protect Missourians from these out-of-state sugar daddies that are coming in here.
They end up taking away the voice of everyday Missourians.
To get your attention before you head to the ballot box.
It's the way the laws work, unfortunately, in the state and the country.
First Alert 4 Investigates uncovers where dark money is spreading to influence who represents you.
That's going to be a problem for all of us.
Missouri campaign finance filings show dark money pouring into ballot measures. Money that source is untraceable.
We don't know who is backing certain issues or certain candidates because we don't know where the money comes from.
But we found a dark money paper trail showing groups fighting against the new map in Missouri while fighting for the new maps in 2 other states in efforts to benefit Democratic seats in Congress. Campaign finance records show 3 501c4 nonprofits, the Fairness Project, the American Opportunity Action, and Global Impact Social Welfare Fund. The 3 donating a combined $2.75 million to try and block Missouri's new congressional map. Those same nonprofits also donated millions in dollars in favor of new maps in Virginia and Colorado, raising questions of the political motivation of the donations. Do you believe that dark money is a problem when it benefits your own party?
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I think it's a problem generally.
Alad Gross is a government transparency lawyer, also a Democrat.
I think it's an issue. I think we're seeing it being spent on both sides here in Missouri, depending on the ballot initiative and the side that you're taking.
How can this happen? It's totally legal. The nonprofits show up in Missouri campaign finance records when they make donations to political committees. But when you try to find out who funds the nonprofits, you hit roadblocks. That's where the money goes dark, because those groups aren't required to disclose who their donors are.
My legislation would have made those donors, their names would be disclosed. Period.
Dark money is not a new problem. Former Rep. Jill Shoup attempted to address the loophole head-on 5 years ago.
If your legislation passes in 2021, what's the conversation we're having in 2026?
I think if we disclose them, we will be talking about who instead of trying to guess.
Shoup's bill did not pass. Missourians are still in the dark about whose millions of dollars are trying to influence redistricting and other campaigns. It's not just Democrats benefiting, Republicans are too. The committee aligned with Missouri's new map has raised millions from 2 dark money groups, American Action Network and Securing American Greatness.
But it ain't fair you pay all those taxes while big corporations pay almost nothing.
You don't have to look far to find other campaigns influenced by dark money.
Property taxes and income taxes.
The proposal to get rid of the income tax, influenced by millions in money whose original source is again untraceable.
Yes, on Amendment 5.
Missouri Governor Mike Kehoe, who is championing ending state income tax, says dark money accusations are a sign the opposition feels desperate, and he doesn't see the need to amend laws for disclosure.
I'm not a big fan of meddling with people's privacy right now, so if somebody wants to remain private and invest in something and a voter doesn't like being able to find out who that is, then they should make that decision.
Gross says Missouri already has the tools to fight dark money.
You'd have to sue and enforce the law. I mean, it's that simple. That we have laws in the books, you enforce them.
He says the Attorney General has that power to investigate, so I asked AG Catherine Hanaway, what's the plan?
People who are legitimately leveraging the election laws to contribute dark money, there isn't a lot we can do about.
We did reach out to each of the nonprofits in this report. None of them have taken the time to respond. We did hear from people, not politicians, the Committee Against Redistricting, who tell us they comply with state finance laws. Keep in mind, the redistricting referendum could be on your ballot this November. For First Alert 4 Investigates, I'm David Amilati.
You can take another look at David's report and see all of our investigations streaming right now on the First Alert 4 app, on Fire TV, Roku, and Apple TV.